All right, we got a 1987 Ford F-250 with a 6.9 IDI. Bought her on Marketplace for $600. She's been sitting for like 10 years. Story was that she was running. She was a farm truck. They put this camper on it, and then they parked it. The owner died. They were gonna part it out, but then they decided just to sell it whole. When I came across it, it was already sold or pending sale, and I told him if it fell through, text me and I'll buy it. And 2 days later, he texted me and said it fell through. I sent him a deposit, picked it up 2 days later. We hauled it home, and the first thing I did was, so I wanted to do this as cheap as possible to get it running. I mean, they're IDIs, they're old IDI diesels. They're pretty simple to get running. They got a mechanical fuel system. As long as you do things like take care of fuel intrusion, really that's it. You got 2 good batteries and you get rid of fuel intrusion, and they'll pretty much run. You could run them on, old diesel, and so it doesn't take a lot to get them running. But anyway, so I brought her home, and first crank, she was just absolutely leaking tons of fuel at the fuel return caps. The O-rings, they go bad. Here's actually a really good example. When I was pulling all of them off, they're super brittle, just all torn in half. These were the old lines. It's not a good example of one, but let's see. So here's one. You can just see all those cracks in the lines. And even though it's the fuel return system and not exactly the lines that go to the injectors themselves, it still lets air into the system, and it will cause a crank no start or a hard start. So I replaced, luckily in the cab, the guy had the fuel return cap O-rings. So I pulled the whole fuel return system off, and I replaced the return lines. I pulled the caps off, replaced the O-rings, put the whole system back, and then that it was like maybe 20 or 30 bucks. It was probably like 40 bucks for the hose clamps and the hose, 1/4 inch fuel line. The one that's kind of a pain in the ass to get to is the one that runs under the glow plug control module, which is this one here. Runs right under. It comes over to that side. That one's kind of a pain to get out and get in. So paid $600 for the truck, $200 to tow it home. Like it was 45 minutes away. And then, so what are we at? Like, $800. And then I put 2 brand new batteries in it. That was $230. They're both, 850 cold cranking amps. I got these at a really good deal. Normally they're way more expensive. So we're $600 for the truck, $200 for the tow, $800 plus $230 for the batteries, so $1,030. I did an oil change, I did a fuel filter, ATF, and that was probably give or take another $120. So I'm at like $1,150 now. And then I put a new starter in it. That was another $200. So we're now like $1,300. I put fresh diesel in it, like 5 gallons. And then spent a bunch of time really just bleeding the fuel system at the Schrader valve, and then just jumping the solenoid. Did that a bunch, and then I fired it up with ether, and she fired right up. So she runs, she'll start, but she won't idle. She'll die. She'll idle for a little bit and then shut off. So that's basically where I'm at right now with it. But here's a quick walk around video. All right. So now that I got it running, so it's kind of funny. I had put this piece of pipe on the gas pedal, this morning when I was bleeding the system and cranking it, and I went and bought 2 new batteries, came back, I threw them in, forgot that I had put that there, and when I cranked it over, sprayed a little bit of ether, she fired up, started running at full RPMs, and I'm sitting here thinking, golly, the truck is running away on me. I was unprepared. I'd never been more scared in my life. That thing was running at full RPM, loud as hell. I was scared. And I remembered the fuel shutoff solenoid, if it doesn't have power, will cut the fuel to the pump. And so I come in here, shut the key off, and that's when I seen the stick. But I don't know why that will turn on and then turn off right away. Hell yeah. You can see them there. Because I'm black? This is the best station, 97.1 Raw. And now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud. 97.5. This is what you listen to? 97.9. Just God. Alright. But so anyway, I'm having a problem with her holding idle, but she runs now. That was the goal. So I get to get drunk this weekend as a reward. All right. Look at that. Oh, but hopefully I get rid of the camper ASAP. And then the old owner just texted me that he found the tailgate for it, so badass. Yeah, that's her, 1987 F250 6.9 IDI, 4x4, 4-speed manual. Body's pretty straight. Yeah.